And you're listening to LocalnLive with Spaceman. And thank you very much for tuning in on this Canberra Day public holiday. Hope you're having a good one. I am joined in the studio by the members of A Commoner's Revolt, and they are here to chat to us about a new release. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Spaceman. Thanks for having us on.
You are welcome. What we'll do is we'll get you guys to individually introduce yourselves and your role in the band. Maybe one of you, is the boss, and maybe some of you do the social media or something. Whatever you want to say.
We are all universally bad at social media. So, I try, but not very good at it. I'm Brendan. I'm the singer, guitarist.
Righto. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm on bass and also part-time promoter extraordinaire.
Important role.
I'm Oliver. I play the drums. Joined the band last year, about October.
And I'm Jeff. I play mandolin mainly, a bit of guitar and some vocals as well in there.
And kazoo.
And kazoo
required.
and harmonica and whatever else they'll throw at me. Yeah.
Nice. Kazoo. I would have asked you to brought it in had I known. Jeez. All right. Well, welcome, guys. And if you had to, we're going to hear some of your music later on, but if you had to briefly describe your sound, how would you say your sound is?
Well, we're a folk punk band, but I think we're much more on the more punk side of the folk punk equation.
Yeah, we call us, folk punk because I have a mandolin, but that's kind of it, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And so how did the band form? How long have you been around? Where did the name come from?
So I was playing under this name previously. I lived interstate in Melbourne, moved back to Canberra, met Jeff. That was around the time of COVID. We did some recording and started playing together. But it was sort of interrupted, with the whole COVID thing. And Dan came on board 2 years ago. Yeah. And we, our previous drummer, Toby, who unfortunately passed away in December, so he actually played on these recordings.
Right,
so
yep.
We played with him for, 3-4 years maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and then the name, how did that come about?
Couldn't tell you. Can't remember. It just kind of spoke to our kind of, libertarian socialist ethos. So, yeah.
Righto, yep. I did actually know Toby, so, yeah, it was very upsetting, the news that came through late last year, but I understand you did a benefit show for him.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, raised a bunch of money for his family to pay for funeral costs. It was a nice way to kind of send him off.
Yeah, great stuff. Today you are in here to talk about your latest single, Allende Ghost. What can you tell us about it?
The premise of the song is that I think it was in 2019 there was a coup in Bolivia led by this woman, Janine Arnez, and she was arrested and imprisoned. So the idea is that the ghost of Salvador Allende is like haunting her in a prison cell.
Right, is that true?
It's true in my head.
You never asked her.
No. But that's the sort of premise of the song. We've done a video clip which Dan put together. He's good with stuff like that, and it's kind of more so celebrating Salvador Allende, but that the premise of the song is slightly different.
Right, and you have a single launch for the. Well, you have a single launch gig for the single this Friday, I believe. 14th of March at the Polo. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So we've got Domesticated Incels are going to play as well, and Ben Pegram. $15 should be really cool. 7 p.m. Come along.
Polo, yeah.
Yeah. we've played there before. It's a great venue. It's worth supporting.
Indeed. Yep.
Bring your kids so long as they're accompanied by an adult, that's fine.
Yes, please bring your kids.
Yep. All ghosts are welcome as well.
Ghosts, absolutely.
Yep.
Yep.
Definitely ghosts.
Brilliant. I'll let them know. They get 2 for 1 deal, I imagine. What was it like recording? Where did you do the recording? And
So Amberley Studios down south side. It's really
Yep.
nice. It's on a egg farm. There's lots of chickens. Look out the window while you're recording. There's the Brindabellas there.
Yep.
Yeah, really nice kind of surroundings to be there for a few days recording some songs.
Nice indeed. I've recorded there as well, and Guy often has his dog there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just lounging
Couple
around.
dogs.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's amazing guy. Like, he is so
Yes.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And well, shall we have a listen to the?
Let's do it.
We've been talking about it. How about we listen?
Chuck it on.
All right. This is Allende's Ghost by A Commoner's Revolt, which is out today. Today was
Yep.
out today, and they will be having a launch party for it this Friday at the Polo, with support from Ben Pegram and Domesticated Incels. $15, 7 p.m. doors. All right. See what you think.
In vivid sheets come the hobgoblins of night, like sirens, well, the radiated fluorescence. I spectres each from a flash of blinding light, where all of that is, all of that has she got recurs as the phantom she observes. A gaping hole, he already 2 millions. He gestures towards us, he nods and got past, where all of that is, all of that, yes, all of that has in fact been done, yes, all of that has been done, all of that has in fact been done, yes, all of that has in fact been done. She's transported to a stadium replete with guns and uniforms of fear and hate. Her eyes begin to well as she watches, where all of that is, all of that has. Roaring the apparition to the sea. She closes her eyes but instantly returns to an empty cell, yet the haunting images, where all of that is, all of that, yes, all of that has in fact been done, yes, all of that has been done, all of that has in fact been done, yes, all of that has in fact, yes, all of that has in fact been done, yes, all of that has been done, all of that has in fact been done, yes, all of that has in fact been done. All of that, it has been done, yes. All of that has in fact been done, yeah. All of that, it has been done, yes. All of that has in fact been done, yeah. All of that, it has been done, yes. All of that has in fact been done, yeah. All of that, it has been done, yes. All of that has in fact been done. All of that has in fact been done, yes. All of that has been done. All of that has in fact been done, yes. All of that has in fact, yes. All of that has in fact been done, yes. All of that has been done. All of that has in fact been done, yes. All of that has in fact been. All of that has in fact been done.
Accessibility, independence, diversity, an alternative to the mainstream. People Powered Radio 2XXFM 98.3. Community radio in Canberra and online at 2xxfm.org.au.
And you are listening to Local and Live with Spaceman. And I am joined by Brendan, Dan, Oliver and Jeff from A Commoner's Revolt. And we just heard their brand new single, Allende's Ghost, which is out today. And as mentioned before, they have a launch party for that, which is this Friday, 14th of March at the Polo with supports. Doors are at 7 o'clock and tickets $15. Those supports are Ben Pegram and Domesticated Incels. All right, lads. So what else is happening for you guys? What's coming up?
We're playing at Descent on the 5th of April as well with SM from Sydney. They're amazing. And Doxed, local ska band.
Righto, yes. So that's the 5th of April at Descent.
Yeah.
All right. And what about this single you've just released? Is that going to be part of an album coming out soon?
Yeah. We're hoping to go back into the studio maybe July to finish recording the remaining songs. So this is the fourth song that we've released from this forthcoming album.
Right. So possibly July. So
Tentative July.
Yeah, we say
When-
July, but it could be like
Could be
July in
next July.
2027.
well, when it comes out, make sure to send it to me so I can
Will do.
play it on the radio. And otherwise, you guys, you've had an album, and when was that released? A few years ago?
2020.
2020, and a few other singles online if people want to hear more from the band on all the major streaming sites. And Dan, you were telling me you made a video for your latest single.
Yeah, that's correct. It's all finished up now. We'll be releasing that in the next week or so.
Right, so that will be on...
That'll be on YouTube and Facebook and all the usual channels.
Righto, yep. So keep an eye out for that as well. All right, it is time for random question. Now, I kind of chose... I gave you a few options, but not the whole 22. But you chose 15, question 15. If aliens landed on Earth and wanted to know about music, what's the first song you'd play for them? Jeff, if you want to go first.
I thought, the one that immediately came to my mind was Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, just because it's a great song, has, a bunch of different movements. Yeah.
And what was the
Go
other
Queen.
answer you gave?
It would depend on what kind of aliens they are. If they were ones that we didn't want around, then I'd play them Dance Monkey by Tones and I. And leave us alone.
To scare them off. Yep. Oliver, what have you got?
I was thinking of What's Up by Four Non-Blondes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think of a particular reason, just popped in my head because it's a classic and I feel like they might enjoy it.
It's like, hey, what's going on, aliens?
Yep. Yeah, it's a classic song, yes. Dan.
Oh, I'd have to say get down and dirty and just show them some Operation Ivy straight up front. Anything by Operation Ivy.
Which band?
Operation Ivy.
Okay.
So the predecessor for Rancid.
All right, okay.
One of our
Yep.
main influences,
Yep,
if not
right.
the main influence. I don't know, but my favourite song of all time is Rainy Night in Soho by the Pogues, so I'd probably recommend that.
Right, yep.
Yeah, it's a delight from start to finish.
Indeed. Good choices. I would play like Starman by David Bowie. I would just, or some alien song, some song that
They're probably
included
sick
aliens.
of that, right? If they're aliens. Like, what alien songs?
Yeah, oh God, we heard this 100 times. It's on our local radio. Anyway, thanks very much, guys, for coming in today and
Yeah, cheers.
telling us about your story. And once again, your new track, Allende's Ghost, out today, and the launch party this Friday at the Polo. I will post more details in the show recap after the show. We'll go out with one more song. This is called Gardening Australia. What can you tell me about this one?
So Gardening Australia, this is a lot of fun to record. This is the one where I had the kazoo out in the recording studio.
Awesome.
And almost gave Guy a heart attack.
And he did say that he'd never recorded a kazoo before, which
Yeah,
is
it's
a
the
bit of a
first
badge
time.
of honour for us.
Hence the heart attack, was it? Because he'd
Well,
never done it before?
He'd done it once before, I think, but the person blew straight through it into the microphone and blew the membrane or something. So he didn't want me to do that. So
Right.
luckily I didn't do that, and I just played it normally. But it's about, I don't know, it's not really about gardening because I don't do any gardening and don't know how to do any gardening. It's just sort of about life and death. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
All right. Well, thanks again to you all for coming in. And we'll go out with Gardening Australia. You can make up your own mind about what it's about. And this is Gardening Australia, Commoners Revolt.
Promise me that when I die, you'll grab me by the head. Whistle glory, hallelujah, as you drag me down the stairs. Find a spot beside the compost where I won't be in the way. Shove some spinach up my ass, watch it grow out